Hey, oh, there's my breakfast. I am live because I'm trying to figure out what happened with Restream. I actually went live yesterday twice, and neither one is on my channel. And I guess it's because maybe it wasn't recording or something, and I don't know why. But Restream, and I talked about this in like my first video yesterday, that Restream has changed. And I don't understand what it has done and why it has done it. One thing I notice right now is that the background, I tried to pick the simplest background as possible out of the choices it gave me. And initially, like when I used this or looked at it, it was all moving, which I didn't like. I don't want a moving background. I don't know how to make it not move, but like I notice now it's not moving. So I must have clicked something that helped it to not move. I don't know. I'm really I don't know what they I don't know what happened. It's like even like the whole a lot of the interface and my choices and everything have changed on Restream, and I don't know why. I've had the that first tier purchase for like about I don't know, it's almost a month now maybe. And it didn't look like this before. It didn't look like this last week. So it had given me a choice for a 2.0 experience, but I said I don't want it. But now it seems like it's default the 2.0 experience. Um, and I don't understand it. So that's my preface. Um, I'm going to check right now to see if I am actually streaming since um, I don't know what happened yesterday. So hold on while I do that. Um, I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Does it show me as being live? I'm really kind of, okay, so it does show that I'm live. Okay, so we'll see what happens when I stop it. I'm not going to do a test. I'm actually going to just stay because I want to do a little bit of coloring, and I do want to do an unboxing, and I guess I might as well show what I did yesterday too, that didn't get recorded. One thing that I did was on that live, the first live I did, was it the first one? I can't remember. I unboxed these, and again, let me change my lighting, and talked about some things that I've purchased. So I'm going to show you what I did in this first. These are the Sci Art Gallery metallics. These things are gorgeous. They're honey watercolors, natural and fresh, handmade in Germany. This tin is absolutely gorgeous, and that's actually what got me to buy it. Um, and again, courtesy of Bubble Studio, because that's how I found out about them. And so what I did was I took all of these out of the packages, and I put the stickers that were on the back of each one on this little sheet. And I also put what direction I have them in, just in case, for some kind of order. Yeah, so I arranged them here. I even put on here on my sheet that I have them going left to right, so that I would, know what direction the colors are going and not get them mixed up. So my plan is to use these soon. Um, but I'm thinking again, because like I'm not used, I've never used watercolors really. The little bit that I had one time was, I think I explained before, I had a friend that I was supposed to go to fashion design school with. She ended up going, I ended up not going, but when she would come back from break, She would show me things that they learned because we were always fashion buddies, and sewing buddies and all that kind of stuff. She's the one person I've ever known that I really let borrow my clothes. And I didn't even like my sister borrowing my clothes. But I would let this friend borrow my clothes. That shows how close we are. Like, we were. Well, she's not living anymore, unfortunately. Because actually, our plan was when we got a little older, more experienced, we were going to start a clothing line together. Whether it was going to be a clothing line for kids or something. We were going to do something together. She was precious. Anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. I actually unwrapped all of these and did all this labeling, whatever, live. And I actually put the color also on the bottom of these with a Sharpie, with permanent marker. It is a Sharpie brand, though, actually. It's here somewhere. But I wrote that on the back of these too, just in case, because I know me, especially when work starts back up, which it does basically kind of this week, but officially next week. My brain is not going to be totally together to, I'm going to need like checks and double checks for all my coloring stuff because, my brain is not totally going to be focused on, coloring. So that's what I did live yesterday. Unwrapped these and did the labeling and all that. I want to swatch them, but again, because I'm not used to watercolors, I'm really like planning the experience. The one book that I swatched my markers in, I'm not sure if I want to use that one or not. And I don't know, maybe Bubbles Studio has a swatch sheet for watercolors. I'll have to check. Or I may use a sheet of watercolor paper, which I kind of don't want to do because I don't want a loose sheet of paper. I know they have those books. Oh Lord, that calls for another purchase. But I don't know. Now that I think about it, that might be a good idea. Because I actually, after looking at the things I was thinking about coloring with them, I thought, you know what, this is more like a finishing thing for some of those. And I don't know if these would be appropriate for me to start out with, because I think I want to get a feel of having basic colors down of watercolors and then doing color pencil on top or some kind of conjunction of those two. So I wound up buying paints yesterday. I looked for primary colors in these, and I really wasn't satisfied with the kind of sets that they had. And I think, although I think I probably do want to go this route eventually for other colors, I'm too inexperienced with them for me to go there without all the basic colors that I need. I couldn't just pick like the sets that they had that had like 3 colors, and they were 2 sets. They had 3 colors, and it's like, nah, I don't want to buy 2 sets of watercolors when I'm not really that are this quality, really good quality, without having some experience with them first. So I immediately went online and while I was searching it and looked at the side color ones or CSY, whatever they're called, and I didn't, seeing that like, nah, I don't think I want to go there yet. I found these, and I think they were rated pretty good, and so that's why I wound up getting them. I know they make pencils too, and I've heard mixed things about the pencils. I need to get rid of that glare. There we go. Mixed things about the pencils, but I've never heard anything about them having watercolors. So, and I saw like, Arteza had some and whatever, and it's like, I kind of want like a more compact kind of set of them. and I can't even remember how it looked on the page. Like I just have been on a mad dash with things lately, which I did talk about in my video yesterday that wound up not being recorded for whatever reason. But I'm going to open these right now. I'm going to try not to use my really good nail file. I'm always saying that. So I'm gonna unbox these right now. I just got them this morning. Well, I ordered them yesterday and got them this morning, which is kind of cool. But I was kind of desperate for them because it's like if I'm going to use them, I kind of want to use them this week for the first time. Because after that, like it's going to be, my head's going to be somewhere else. And so I'm not going to have that much room, I think, for experimenting reliably. Okay, so this watercolor set of 12. Artist pocket box, so it's compact. Artist grade, vivid colors. That was one reason why I liked it. The colors are very, they do appear to be vivid. This has all the basic colors, which is what I was looking for. A set of 12 vivid, non-toxic, half-size pan watercolors by Goodyism. What the heck? I'll have to look that up. This traditional color palette is an artist grade assortment of fully reusable paint when dried on a palette. For best results, ensure paint is fully dried before closing. Okay, these are all technical things I need to learn, and I'm even thinking about this. I don't know how to lay it out, whatever. I don't know. So this is going to be my play set of watercolors. These are the colors that they have. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And all the basic things that make mixing easy if I want to mix or whatever. So let's open it. Ooh, or try to open it. Oh, what am I getting wrong here? Ooh, I don't want to break it. Ooh. Hey, Carrie. Good morning, good morning. I like how compact this is. See, and that's one thing that drew me about these was how compact it was, besides the fact that, oh my gosh, this tin is so gorgeous. Anyway, so I was looking for something similar, and this was one of the things that came in something similar. And I like that it's compact. So let's open it. Okay, so it's the same way as the Art tin, so I like that. Here's the card. Oh, swatch sheet. Oh, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. So I don't have to worry about swatching them anywhere else. I got it here. Well, that's a selling point right there. Okay. And I can play with them on here, which is cool. I can get used to using them. Wow. I like that. Okay, so these are the colors. So I'm going to have to... Oh, why is that one knocked out? Where did I go? What's it say? My glasses kind of. Light yellow, light orange, light red. This is light red, so it goes there. Okay, so I will need to do maybe I can open up one of these. Maybe I'll open up the Rogue one just to see. Is it in a little plastic thing like the other one? Da, 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 da. doing laundry while I'm on here. So that's what it's like, you know, if I actually officially go live after testing this out, I'm going to stay live because, you know, I got to do laundry, but it's not ready yet. So, okay. So it's in a little thingy. That's cool. Definitely looks more opaque than these, which it should because these are metallics, but and these are also handmade, so you know they're pushed into the thing by a human being. These are probably not pushed into the thing by the human being. They're just too perfect looking. But these are like quality. Um so I don't know. I suppose I could do that with all of these because it's not like the other tin where the colors are they're not, you know, traditional color names or whatever. So I suppose I could. Let me do that. Oh, I want to play music on here, like real music, not, you know, not restream music or whatever, but then I'm always like, I don't really know the rules on there. I don't care. I'm not monetized or anything and not looking for being monetized, so I don't really care about that, but I don't want to have my video shut down while I'm working on it because that's wasted time. I don't like wasted time. So I wouldn't even care if they shut it down on me, but I don't like wasted time. It's like, what? I sat here and did what for what? No, I don't like that. I don't like wasted time. I don't like wasted money. I don't like wasted anything. You kidding me? Like I'm about to eat. Well, now it's going to be actually lunch, though, so that's official. But I almost ate dinner for breakfast today because I didn't want something to go to waste. I just don't care. The United States is the only place really that eats. I don't know. I guess the United States, UK, or maybe it's just all Western European influenced countries. We're the only ones that eat what we call breakfast food. You know, we got a stipulation on that. From what I've heard, we're the only ones that do that. Oh, you gotta have eggs for breakfast. Oh, you gotta have sausage for breakfast. You can't eat like, you know, noodles and steak or whatever for breakfast. Like, you know, mashed potatoes and gravy for breakfast. It's like, oh no, that's not breakfast. Whoa! Run away. Oh my gosh, how far did it fall out? Oh my gosh, where's the... Oh, it's stuck. That was wild. This is the real renegade, this one. What's that one? The deep crimson? We thought the light red was renegade. Nope, it's the deep crimson. I'm gonna press this bar down a little bit so they don't pop out anymore, if that's possible. I thought that's what these things were for, but I don't know. So let's see. So what else did I talk about yesterday? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I can talk about that while I do this. So I was like in the past month, I'll just say month. I've been trying. Like I had a set of polychromos. Was it like 36 pencil set? I've had that polychromo set for like probably like a year or more, and just was waiting for my skills to come up to par to what I think the pencils can do. So I recently opened those, and I had recently purchased the Faber-Castell Black Edition, which are like kind of a lower grade, but like that, I think after using those and liking them, I thought, okay, I think I'm ready to use those polychromos. If they work like this and they work better than this, I think I'm ready. Plus I had a few open stock polychromos that I had to try out, what they're like, and to fulfill my incessant need for the color lavender, or incessant desire, because it's not even so much that I need it, but it's that I want it. I want a real lavender. I'm always in a search for a true lavender that doesn't have too much blue, that doesn't have too much gray, that doesn't have too much pink. It has to have that right color, and it's a hard pencil color to find. So a lot of times when I try out a pencil that's unfamiliar to me, and they're available open stock, that's what I get, is their lavender. So I tried out the polychromos, and I also have like open stock Derwent Light Fast, which ooh, how you get in there? I think I need my glasses. My eyes are fuzzy today. I haven't been taking allergy medicine, and I probably should, but I just get sick of taking, I don't know. I think the older I get, I don't really want to take a lot of medicine, because I'm thinking of all the things my liver has had to filter for all these years, and not booze or anything, but or drugs, but I just feel like after you get a certain age, it's like all that stuff from all your life is, what has everything that hasn't been filtered out left behind, or everything. I don't know. Does that make sense? With all that filtering, things are left behind still. And I don't want to, I feel I have this weird image in my head of things piling up or something. I don't know. I'm not making any sense. But anyway, so I don't want to give my body more to, leave behind to cause issues. And that may be stupid, but I'm too analytical and too conceptual. Like, I think about things too much sometimes. Ooh, look at this color. Wow. Like here, it's not coming across on camera, but here it has a lot of purple. It has like purple undertones in it, like electric blue. That's pretty. Ooh, get in there. Yes, I've been trying not to take too much allergy medicine, but I think I probably need to do it and stop being a brat or over analytical weirdo. So okay, so back to the pencil talk. Okay, so along with the polychromos that I had that I didn't open until recently, I had Derwent Chromaflows that I hadn't opened, that I had for a while. And I've opened those up, and I've been using them, and I like them. And then finding out that their Chromaflows aren't sold open stock. So you can't get individual pencils to replace the ones that, you've used up. I said, well, what's the alternative? And so I looked at the other pencils that they have, the Color Soft and the Light Fast. And I watched a couple videos on the Color Soft, and shoot, why does it look like I'm missing one? Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, I'm not missing any. It's almost like there's room for one more. Or it's just giving it space to move, I guess. That's interesting. What does this do? I think this, oh yeah, this comes out. That's neat. Okay. So these are unpacked. But I'm going to finish what I was saying. Okay, so I like the Chromaflows. I like the polychromos. I ordered some of the Color Soft. I saw a video on that, and they were saying they were very hard. They were saying that they liked the Chromaflows better than the Color Fast. Okay, and those are sold. Color Fast are sold open stock, and so that kind of helped me rule out those. It's like, nah, I'd rather not then. I may experiment sometime and get a couple just to see, or how they work for me personally. But overall, I don't think I'll. I was like, nah, that doesn't. It's not a good substitute if I need another. If I need a replacement in my 72 ChromaFlow set of just one pencil. It's like they Color Soft and ChromaFlows work too differently for me to use that as a substitute. So then I don't know why I looked over that or missed it before, but like all these names of pencils, Pablo's, Lightfast, what's the other one? Inktense, Albrecht Durer, all these names. It's like, I hear them, but I never, I didn't know what it was. And so, Foxy Colorist, I'm with you. Like when people were saying Pablo's, I was like, what's a Pablo? That's how I was until maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago in somebody's video where there was a discussion going on. Where was I going with that? Oh my God, I need more coffee. I really do need more coffee. So I found out that the Lightfast are Derwent's also. So Derwent has the ChromaFlows, Color Fast, and Color Soft, and Lightfast. Did I say that right? Derwent has ChromaFlows, Color Soft, and Lightfast. Okay, got it right that time. So I got some Lightfast open stock, and I do like them. I don't like the price. I will say that. I bought those open stock Lightfast. Hold on, I gotta throw this stuff away. On my desk. Oops, here. Open. Get out my chair. I think I need to turn my air on. It's getting warm in here now. It's kind of humid today. I have this weird thing where the back of my chair hooks on to the handle on a bottom drawer on my desk that's behind my chair. Hooks onto it all the time. It gets on my last nerve. I never had a chair that did that before. But anyway, missed some. Yeah, I don't like the Lightfast price. And measuring how I feel with working with them and the price, I'm like, I don't know if that's one I really want to, go there with too much. And they work differently than the ChromaFlows too. So balancing that and the price, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this is like gonna be my go-to pencil, like as far as a general pencil that I go to. Then speaking of the Pablo's, the Caran d'Ache pencils, I really like how they feel in the hand. I like the fact that they're angular, the shape of the pencil. So that feels really good. I like the diameter of the pencil, as it has a smaller diameter than some of the British pencils. Although these might be British too. I don't know. But I just noticed that a lot of the British pencils are fat pencils. And German pencils seem like they're not. I don't know. Is that a thing? Is anybody else? Is that something? I don't know. That's what it seems like though. But because I have the Evazar London pencils, those are fat. The Staedtler pencils, those are fat. The Lightfast, those are fat. The ChromaFlows, they're not so fat. Oops, something just fell. What just fell? Nothing major though. Box them. Yeah, the ChromaFlows aren't so fat. They're not fat. But those other ones I mentioned, they are. And they're all British pencils. But anyway, British made, I assume. Might be bad to assume. But I can't see myself using Caran d'Ache pencils for everything. One, I want to keep them for like fine line work in a lot of cases. And I don't really want to use them for things other than fine line work. And that's not just because of the price, but it just seems because of how I can work them, about what they're useful for, thinking of them as a tool, you know. So, but the price is prohibitive, for real. And right now I couldn't see myself with like 150 set or whatever of Pablo's. I couldn't. So I like having this set of however many it is, 30 or something like that, and then buying more open stock if I need replacements or if I want to add to my colors. So all that being said, I purchased a 150 set. Is it 150 pencils? Whatever. The biggest set of the Polychromos pencils. Because those do seem to work like an all-purpose pencil for me. It's kind of like a... I don't want to really compare them to Prismacolors, but I think some people use Prismacolors kind of as an all-purpose pencil, and I think Polychromos is more of an all-purpose pencil for me. So it's like that basic workhorse pencil. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling it. I can show an example of that actually in here. And then I'm probably going to go because I think my laundry might be ready to put in the dryer, and the other one ready to take out the dryer, and I need more coffee. And I may come back in color today or this morning, but I just want to show this. And I actually colored this when I thought I was live. I colored part of this. I started the her, I don't know what you call it, her dress. I'm just gonna call her dress. Let me change this. I wish that there was a perfect, wish I had a perfect or suitable to me setup for showing my desk, you know, all my coloring stuff. But happy Sunday to you too. Have a good one. So I started coloring this on live. I actually did the hair the night before, and I used the chroma flows, the Derwent chroma flows on her hair. And I also noticed there's some spots that I missed, so I have to go back and do that. But I used the Polychromos on the chair, on the entire chair. I was really, really feeling those. I was really feeling it. I said I wanted to make the chair look like it was like a kind of reddish purple velvet, and I feel like I got what I wanted. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a darker red or not, but I think I kind of like it in this mid-tone, kind of in between. But I really was like moving with them almost without thinking. And I used, what did I use? I was using a pink. I went over the whole thing with pink first. I was using pink. Oh no, I used a blue actually. I used a blue, a light blue, lining this. Then I went in with pink really lightly and then kept going over it and over it and over it again and again. Adding a red. The one was a darker red that had brown in it, and another was a more red. But I just kept doing that and layering. Kind of like how Tiffany was telling us about how to do the skin tone. I kind of was doing the same effect with the chair. And to me, I mean, I like it. I feel like it looks like the kind of, almost kind of about ready to be tattered velvet chair as far as the material. Um, so, and I did that with the polychromos. Like I said, I was really feeling them. I initially did her skin like the night before or the night before the night before with chromaflows, and I feel like it's kind of liney and everything, but I'm not mad at it. Um, I added cheeks yesterday with the polychromos, and I added some of this brown. I had added some brown with the um, chromaflows, but I added more yesterday with the polychromos, and I really was feeling how it went down. I was really feeling how the shadow, like I went into a zone. I really did, and that part I didn't do when I thought I was filming. I did it later in the day, but yeah. So I think that's why I'm kind of feeling. I purchased the polychromos before that, but this is why now it kind of affirmed to me that yeah, the polychromos pencils are the ones that feel like they're suiting my coloring style or something, or the way I want to color, on a regularly or something. I don't know how to say that, because like every page you have kind of dictates what pencils you use and how you use them. But because I bought like what I got 4 of these books by this lady and all her drawings, that's her drawing style. And if I'm liking the polychromos in these, then I got 4 books total to color in with those. So, and I can get polychromos pencils open stock, which is definitely something I've been looking for. I want a pencil where I can get um, individual ones when I need them or want them. Um, so that's her. Um, and I purposely did her eyes like that because that's how they have them in the hieroglyphics or whatever. They have that dark, that blue, that medium blue, which I think I need a little more green in there, like sea green. But so even though I kind of didn't want to do it that way, I wanted it to be true to the hieroglyphics. So I did it. Um, Then this is the one that I did the day before. These are, well, I think I already explained what I did in this one, so I'm not going to do that now. I think I explained it. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that now. Oh, but I did talk about yesterday in the fact that that was one thing I was thinking, and I am thinking about using these with. But I'm wondering, because these are watercolors, they may not go over this like I would like. So I may need to use acrylic paints actually on this one instead of watercolors. I thought about that after the fact. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. So I moved on from this one because I felt like I did everything I could possibly do with it. And now it's kind of like, add blingage and some other things to it. I still have to color the boat too, but I wasn't ready to do that. Probably going to do that with the Caran d'Ache pencils because, again, they got that fine tip. Yeah, perfect for that little spot. So, let's see what else. Oh, did I talk? I think I did talk about it in live yesterday. Something else about this one. Okay, like I was pulling everything out the box because I want to use all the tools I have. I don't want to have things and not be using them. That's like why. Um, and I did buy them with intent to use them. I just was waiting for my skill level or my bravery to like build my skill level with using them. So on here, I actually have. I have to try and remember now. Okay, I used white and yellow Faber-Castell gelatos, And that was my first time using them. And then, of course, I was afraid to use water, but I did try to use water, but I don't think it turned out that successfully. But if you look at it from like, if you don't look at it close up, then I don't mind it so much. But if you look at it close up, you can see where the shimmer is. And that kind of bothers me because my shimmer isn't placed. How can I get it to? There we go. You can see it kind of like. To me, my shimmer isn't placed strategically or something, and that kind of bugs me. Um, so I did try to do some blending with water. I did something up here. Oh yeah, how soon we forget. It's almost good that I record this stuff so I have something that says how I did these things. Um, I also brought out the distressed watercolor pencils, and that's what I did this part with. I did the sky. I tried to kind of line the clouds a little bit, and that was kind of weird, but um, because I was putting watercolor on top of an acrylic, basically on top of these gelatos, which are kind of waxy or whatever. So that I didn't think my application, but I wasn't really planning out how I was going to do this anyway. It just happened. I was very random with it. But now I know, don't do that again. Like if I'm going to use these or anything with watercolor, I need to use those first, then use whatever's waxy on top of it. Duh. So um so I learned something from that. Um and then I also used, on the bottom here, I used distressed oxides, which are different from distressed inks, which I didn't know until after I got them. Um, and distressed inks actually, like, they give you more coverage. They're probably good for backgrounds, but they're not good for covering over like the black lines or whatever, or they're not good for using in something where you want the black lines to stay intact from the drawing, because they will cover up the black lines a little bit. They'll make them look, it's more opaque in application, but the color is really deep and rich. And so it'll, you know, kind of blur out or whatever your black lines. Um, and in finding that out, um, I didn't mind doing that here because I don't know exactly. I don't know if I'm going to leave this like this or do something else. I don't know. I had to like move from it to something else because I threw so much at this page that I needed to then step away so that I could have a new, fresh eyes on it when I decide to work on it again. But because when I came to that realization that, oh, it covers the black lines, or it makes the black lines look like not so black, um, then I said, you know what, I really do need distressed inks too then. Um, and so I also ordered a set of distressed inks. I'm telling you, I really want, it's like after this, I need to chill with all these coloring supply purchases and get them in order and learn how to use them. That's the next thing. And that's kind of why I threw everything at this page. I need to start using what I have. But then in using what I had, I found out that there's other things I needed. So, and I probably would know these things more if I watched other people's videos, but it's kind of hard for me to watch like analytical kind of videos. I don't know. There's sometimes it's hard for me to watch them because I'm usually sitting here working while I'm listening to them, and so I either won't catch everything they say, or what, I don't know what the other one is. Usually I won't catch everything they say. Um, but so I have to like wait until I have time to sit and like just really watch, or like while I'm cleaning or something like that, something that's very repetitive. then I can. But then if I'm doing that, I'm not actually there seeing it, which is kind of a problem too. So yeah, like all these good videos that I'm kind of missing because I can't sit still unless I'm working. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So yeah. So I threw a lot of things at this page. Distressed oxides, Faber-Castell, gelatos, um, distressed watercolor pencils, and then what color pencils? I use the Derwents on this, all of this hair and everything. I also use I used a marker in her hair, this orangish brown color. I think it was those are the same one I used in that Lost Ocean book, but one of the here it is. I put it here close by. Art Chip design pens. Yeah, I put that in her hair. See, I keep leaning towards that red hair. I don't know what it is. She's got brown hair and there's black in there, but like, I'd put that red in there. I don't know. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. I don't want to talk about, my Kirby investigation or anything right now. I did some Kirby investigation this weekend in preparation for like September. I actually started coloring in one of them, but and then Bubbles shows up. Hey, Bubbles. um, so yeah, but that's kind of like a long conversation and kind of different. So, I did get, however, kind of on the subject of what I've been talking about today, this morning. Last thing before I go check my laundry, I did get my Alice in Wonderland book. Okay. I don't, I normally don't like kind of cutesy kind of things. So it's kind of odd that like all of a sudden I needed to get all of her books. But I think it's because I want to practice skin tone. I think that's why. And they give you, because her faces on here are so big, it gives you a lot of room to practice skin tone. It gives you a lot of faces to practice it on. I really think that's why this like hit me so much. I mean, they are cute drawings. They are fun to color. Um, but yeah, this normally isn't something I would choose to color in. But I think it's the faces and practicing skin tone. And then, well, this paper. If I could get every single book with this paper, I would be in heaven. I absolutely, positively adore this paper. I mean, you can throw just about anything at it. One thing I did in here when I was with my inept application, trying to spread the gelatos with water and trying to spread the distressed. Actually, I did better with the distressed pencil and the water than I did with the gelatos on here. But see, this is me. I don't have the skill, and it, even just for the fact of how I put them down, the order I put them down in was wrong. But I started feeling some. Let me see, can I feel the spot? I think it's right here, where it kind of started to. The paper was beginning to feel kind of like rough or whatever, and it still feels rough right there right now. But you can't see it. You can't really see it. It's right here, this spot, and you can't see that. So this paper is like awesome. And so I think this is also going to work for me, even though I don't normally color these kind of cutesy images. I think it's going to work for me because I can throw anything at it, and I want to learn how to use all of my tools. So, So probably one last thing. I've been thinking a lot about coloring this weekend, ordering a lot of things. Um, I actually I have the distress inks that are coming. I have the tool kit thing, the tools that are coming. Um, just got the watercolors. But what was I going to say with that? Polychromos are coming, that big set. Um, oh, something that I've been thinking about and investigating is using heavy body acrylics in coloring books, if that's something that I can do. Um, because I have a set of heavy body acrylics, and it's just not getting used. Because I think I originally bought it to try to learn how to use acrylics, like how I use oil painting, and to just be able to do small things at my desk. Um, but I just haven't done it. And I thought, well, what would happen if I watered down some of those acrylics and used them in coloring books? So, so as I was doing some investigation into that, um, I noticed some videos and some websites where people talk about using their sketchbook, doing acrylic paintings in their sketchbook, kind of like to kind of work out, like, work out their issues with it, what they want to do, work out their color thing and their approach and all that. And I thought, well, that's something that I could do. I could do some sketches or whatever, do some painting in my sketchbook. So if I can get my desk in the proper order and get compact things here for me to do that at my desk in my sketchbook, um, that's another thing. That's something that's on my list now, because I want to use those acrylic paints I have. And I also want to do that to figure out if I can use those acrylics in my coloring book. I might be in heaven if I find out I can mix my own colors and then color in my coloring book. That would like send me to the moon, especially if I could do that without having trying to control it like watercolors. But oh, I just had a weird thought. What if you did like some kind of thick impasto? Well, actually, that could work. Probably. Well, you gotta wait for it to dry though. To do like some impasto application, like when it's really like goopy thick on some things, like if you want it to be raised or whatever with acrylic paint. If you could do that in a coloring book and get away with it, you'd have to keep the page open until it dried, and then I don't know what would happen after it dried. But that sounds kind of interesting to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, that got my brain going again. I gotta stop. I gotta step away because now my juices are going. What about having a whole page where everything is like raised up and like thick and shiny and mixed in with matte things, and have it be like those books, that have like the bubbled up images or whatever? Oh my. I'll really be throwing everything at the book. Okay, so well, I'm going to leave on that note before my brain explodes. Because, like, I'm going to try and think about something else for a while. Um, and I may be back coloring. I might not. Um, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your morning. And take care. Bye-bye. Bye, Bubbles. Bye, Yuki. Bye, Carrie, if you happen to still be here.